So hey guys, in this lecture we will be learning BFS. BFS stands for breadth first search, and it is one of the tree traversals that we study. And so let's get started with it. So supposedly I have a tree so I have made a tree, and so we'll be traversing this tree using the BFS fashion, right? So we will start from the root and we will traverse it in this form. So let's see the algorithm of BFS. BFS. So in BFS, we will first we will first push the root node inside the queue. Basically, it is implemented using queue. So we will first push the root node inside the queue. Then we will push its neighbor inside the queue, and we will pop the root. Right. So I am just writing that algorithm queue.empty. We will run this loop until the queue is empty, or that is all the nodes of the tree are covered. So we will first pick the root, then we will pop it, then we will push its neighbors, push its neighbors, right? So we will push its neighbors. So this is the algorithm we are going to follow in BFS. So for this particular tree, let us run it. So for this particular tree, let us make a queue. First we will input the push the root of the tree inside the queue. Then we will pick the root, we will pick 8 and we will pop it. So we will keep printing the popped items, right? So we will pop 8, then we will push the neighbors of it inside the queue, right? So we have popped 8, we will push its neighbor, that is 10 and 3 inside the queue. We will push 10, we will push 3, then we will pop the root, we will pop this element and we will push its element inside the queue, right? So we'll push 7 and 6, inside the queue. We have pop 10, so we'll output it here. Then we will pop 3, we will pop 3 and we will push its neighbor inside the queue. So we have pop 3, we'll push its neighbor 14 inside the queue. Then we will pop 7 and push its neighbors. 7 has no neighbors, so we will push nothing. Then we will pop 6 and push its neighbor, that is 9 and 4. Then we will pop 14 and push its neighbor 13 inside the queue. Then we will pop 9. 9 has no neighbor, so it is simply popped. 4 has no neighbor. Then we'll pop 13. 13 has no neighbors. So this is the output of the BFS traversal on this particular tree, right? So let's write the code for this BFS travel. Before moving to the coding part, let's analyze the time complexity of this BFS traversal. So the time complexity of the BFS traversal is O of big O of n, right? Where n is the number of total number of nodes. Total number of nodes. This is because each node is pushed and popped once in the queue. So this is how O of begin is the time complexity of BFS traversal. So now let's move on to the coding part. I have already written the basic tree structure of the tree, and I will now simply write the BFS function, right? So we will start with, it has a return type void, name BFS. It will take node star root as the parameter, and we will first make a queue of node. Let's name the queue q, and we will first, so we will follow the previously mentioned steps. We will first push the root inside the queue. So q dot push function, we will push the root, then we will run a while loop until the queue is found empty. And in this while loop we will first pick up the root. So pick the root, so we'll make a variable of type node star. We will name it, let's say front. No, front is already predefined type, so we'll name it fnt equals to q dot front function returns the front value of the queue, and now we will output the data stored in this data stored of the first queue, right? So we will output this. We have declared variable data here, and now we will pop the root. So q dot pop will pop the root of the queue, and now we will push the neighbors of the root, right? uh, Comments in C++, this is a syntax for Python, right? So we will push the neighbors of root, and if font dot left, if this is not null, then if the left child is not null, then we will push the left child, right? We'll push fnt left child of front. Otherwise, that is if, similarly if the right child is not null, then we will push q dot push the right child. So fnt right. So this is how the DFS function work, and we will just simply return after each node is picked up and popped. So this is the implementation part of the BFS function. So you can write the code on your own, and thank you for attending this lecture.